Yo, what is good, everybody? What is good, yo? It feels so good to be at the Krusty Krab. I don't know why I feel like saying that, but this episode of Index, I really I don't know, man. Like, it's kind of funny to me that they kind of did these characters pretty dirty in the instance of like there was no way that they were ever going to really stand a chance against this god of the right seat or whatever he calls himself. Um, and to think that they go out in this week's episode with like actual hope and fate that they're about to at least go in there and put a dent on this guy, they were sadly mistaken and terribly so. To the point where the guy was toying with them practically the whole time, and then when he barely stopped toying with them, they, got a little bit off on him, and it never really amounted to anything this week. So, um, by far, they're showing us some characters that are seemingly going to continuously probably be much stronger than anyone, that we have to support us. And I'm saying that pretty confidently, including after seeing this week's preview as well to add on to the, my basis pretty much is the girl that shows up that's pretty much, powerful and can do all this stuff that even, she's the one who passed down all these trainings down to the people who even got off the attacks, the main leader herself of their group. Um, Seeing her come in and moving in with such speed and stuff like that, even doing what they did but way quicker, and it even amounted to doing a lot more than what they ever could have tried. um, but at the same time, you look at the previews and she's getting absolutely worked, so it's like, man, he really isn't, he's not even close to being human, in the sense of power, and he's not even close to being a normal saint or a normal, just regular seated person in this case, I guess. So it's funny to watch him absolutely just go through people, and to know that our main character is straight up getting up out of a hospital bed, limping and walking all broken and stuff, and it feels like this is the most dangerous time for him, whenever he comes out like this is when he really starts to just go for broke, and things either start working or he starts to see ways to work, that would start to work it out themselves, after doing what he has to do. So to know that our main character is this beaten and battered and still coming in to for the save, it just goes to show you how powerful this person is. Not only that, um, it goes to show you just what this main character is all about. Like, he has probably 16 hours. I want to give the benefit of the doubt to the guys that just got bodied and say that they at least took off a couple hours, of time, just holding them off and dealing with them. But at the same time, this is like when the shows like people kind of get on my nerves and it doesn't make too much sense. And usually I have people in the comments, cover my basis of what I say if if they want to clarify what I didn't understand and stuff like that. But from my angle of what I saw is he gave them 19 hours. I understand the actual city people, like the alchemy city, sending those robots and stuff and attacking. I understand that because they're just them. They seemingly have been showing us time and time again that regardless of what happens, they're going to handle things their own methods. Like, that's fine. But when it came down to these guys who could literally use, even more time to plan to get, in a better position, or to at least learn, of what the condition of the guy is who really might actually have a chance to help you pull out a victory instead of just tumbling in their face for an instance. Um, it kind of draws the narrative of just how seemingly helpless it already was when you're going into a fight just hoping that you get to inflict some damage on someone. You're not even going in thinking about the dub. You're just trying to hurt somebody. So that should just go to show you how ready they were to practically lose when it came down to the overall end game of this fight. So ridiculous amount of power this guy is wielding. Continuously showed it throughout this week's episode. Effortlessly was dodging bullets from automated robots from the Alchemy City like they were absolutely nothing, like they weren't even there. Literally just like, oh, I guess I should dodge now. Oh, I should dodge now. Dodge now. Literally on the phone, still just having a full-blown conversation like me playing this game right now, beating the crap out of a monster, while having a full-blown conversation about this episode. It just didn't seem fair. um, and to think that he's going to, have any type of backup is absolutely hilarious to me. That if he gets any backup, these fights would have been over much quicker. They wouldn't even have been fights, as they really didn't seem like fights to him in the first place. So much happening with this week's episode. So much, like, just overall destruction of, hope and hope. Just putting despair into people, man. This was a despairing episode for this one group of people that we've known them for a minute now. So it was kind of nice to see them being put in the spotlight, but they ain't got no accelerator in their group, okay? They ain't got no high level destroyer. And the Saint move that they had, being a Saint Destroyer, quote unquote, the actual name, they still didn't like cause much damage to this guy. Like it's absolutely ridiculous to think about where and how much power this guy is putting forward without seemingly like just doing it effortlessly. And the reason why I say all that is because towards the right at the end, when he's actually showing like his power up, that seems like if he did that against any of them, it would have been over a long time ago. And to anybody who was wondering, in my opinion, of why he left that girl alive, is because the woman that he starts to fight at the end showed her presence, and like he said, she's not one to join the battlefield. It seems like that is a code, I guess, that maybe she abides by with them, and if they fight such a honorable battle that, aka they were sacrificing themselves in her eyes to, fight someone that they knew they had no business fighting. She didn't want to then show up and be like, "Oh, wow, you guys did good. Now let me handle this." And maybe after seeing the previews, she even knows that she isn't going to do much. But to have someone defeat all of your people and then not even act like they were anything, he definitely needed to catch some hands, is what I'm feeling from her. So can't wait to see if she actually does land some good blows to actually put our main character Toma in a freaking good position to fight this guy, because he needs everything he can get at this moment. And as of right now, it's not looking so good. But he's been in worse positions. He's beaten Accelerator almost at this same type of, um, with this same type of injuries already going into it. Not to mention, uh, he's got a lot riding on it. So it's funny to know that we might be seeing the first time of him opening up again after this whole amnesia business, and pretty much fighting for, the protection of everybody, the the protection of a whole entire church of people that you don't even really have anything to do with. He's gonna yet again go out of his way to just prove the fact that he's always going to help people that he wants to help, regardless of, the situation that they're in. He's going to lend a hand, and that's just this man. That's just Toma. So I can't wait to see what he actually comes up with, and if it actually defeats this guy. I have a feeling we probably won't see necessarily the full fight. We'll probably see him show up quite late and then, put in some work and probably still get slapped far away, but hopefully we get some crazy action. But with that, everybody, I hope you have a good day, night, morning, whatever the case, and I will talk to you all later, my anime people. I hope you definitely enjoyed, and leave a like or dislike if you do, because as I notice, any type of feedback is good feedback as long as I can continue to try to grow and learn from what I'm doing wrong. It would be nice to be able to get the best content out to you guys. So, yeah, I'll keep pushing myself. Take care, everybody.